Grand Shaykh Abdullah Fazl Dagestani, may Allah sanctify his secret.
Ameen.
He said that whoever believes in Awliya Allah, in saints, and admits and confirms their existence, without a doubt he will be moved to the land of Sham. The Prophet ﷺ mentioned also the type of awliya, rank of awliya called the substitutes, the abdal. And all the awliya are under their rank. And the awliya that are under their rank, there is no count to them.
Count how much you want to count. It's endless. You cannot count them. Awliya, you cannot count them.
Count as much as you want, awliya Allah, you will never be able to count them.
Allah gave them this kind of power to manage the ummah. ونحن نقدر.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them the power and the authority to manage the affairs of the ummah, and we are waiting.
يقول مولانا الشيخ أنه لا يجوز دفن شخص قبل أن يتطهر يطهرونه بماء الوضوء أو بالأعشاب الخضراء ولكن الطهارة الحقيقية هو غسل الميت بكل ما عندنا من قوة مع الإسلام حتى لا يتضرر من هجمات هؤلاء المتمرسين في إهلاك كثير من المسلمين.
So no, Grand Sheikh, he said that no one should be buried before they are purified. And they can be purified either through flowers, roses, or green herbs. But the real purification is through the power of the Muslim Ummah, the Awliya Allah, so that they are protected, the person, they are protected from the enemies of Islam.
كان يقول مولانا الشيخ أن أرض الشام لا تحتمل وجود السم فيها لذلك على الأولياء أن يطهروا وينظفوا ويسكنوا مع الميت حتى ينجو ويكبروا حسنا.
Grand Sheikh said that the land of Sham cannot withstand poison. And so this is why when the person, while they are being buried, they should be protected and cleansed with dhikr and salawat, so that they obtain this rank of being moved to the land of Sham and being purified.
قد أمر الأولياء وبعض الملائكة المخصصين بهذا الشيء أن يأكلوا الميت المسلم من أي مكان وينقلوه إلى الشام وبذلك يتطهر من كل الذنوب لأن أرض الشام أرض الأولياء أرض الأبدان وصل النبي بأهل الشام فضائل الشام الوحي حديث.
So Grand Sheikh said that there are specific angels who are tasked with moving the body of the person who is buried from Ahlul Sunnah wal Jama'ah to move them to the land of Sham. So that is why it is important to do dhikr and salawat in order for that person to be prepared and ready. And that the land of Sham is the land of Awliya and Abdal, specifically as the Prophet ﷺ put the land of Sham as a trust in 40 hadiths of the blessings and the ranks, the special ranks of the land of Sham. And when that person is buried, then all the ones that are responsible for him or her, they become afraid of being questioned by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What did you do, or how did you take care of my servant? And then that servant will ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for forgiveness. The person is not buried, does not go into their grave unless they are forgiven. And unless all of his or her ancestors are also forgiven. Because they are tied. And Mawlana said, we are all tied together. We are tied together with heavenly chains. So Mawlana is making dua, he's asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not disappoint us, or we are not disappointed, and that He keep us with the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. When the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam comes and appears, Mawlana said one of the traits that happen when the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam appears is that all of us will be with him in his ummah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى الله عليه وسلم صلى الله آمنا وسلم آمين. Saying we have to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala using absolute worship, ibadah mutlaqa. He says this specific type of worship is facilitated by Awliya Allah. So we are asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala again that we are not disappointed, and that we enter with the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and that we are with him always, and that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us more from his generosity and his bounty. MashaAllah. Tabarakallah. Mawlana is saying, Mawlana will be here inshallah on Saturday morning. Saturday evening. Inshallah. Inshallah, so Mawlana will complete the Sohbat then, inshallah.
Nare Takbir! Allah! Nare Risalat!
Ya Rasulullah!
Nare Hadri!
Ya Ali!
Nare Sultan al-Awliya Shaykh Muhammad Nazim al-Haqqani!
Zindabad!
Nare Sultan al-Awliya Madat al-Haq! Madat al-Haq! Madat al-Haq Shaykh Muhammad Hisham Kabbani!
Zindabad!
Shaykh Muhammad Hisham Kabbani!
Zindabad!
Shaykh Muhammad Hisham Kabbani!
Zindabad!
Jibe jibe!
Murshid Jive!
Jibe jibe!
Murshid
Jibe jibe!
Murshid Jive!
Mawlana said that Awliya Allah, they wish and they desire to be buried next to the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, so that the rest of their life is spent in worship of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They spend the rest of their time in Mawlana is asking who puts all these affairs together, the design of the cemetery. Says this is all the attachment that people have to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala put these together, because it is the attachment of the ummah of the Prophet ﷺ to their Prophet, and the attachment that the Prophet ﷺ has to his ummah. Otherwise we have no hand in it whatsoever.
اللهم صل
سبحان الله الله
حتى يعرف الناس أننا لسنا متعلقين بالدنيا متعلقين بالآخرة ونرجو الله عز وجل.
آمين.
The first shrine in America will be for the Tariqa Naqshbandi Zawiya. And then it will say on top of the shrine, Tariqa Naqshbandi Zawiya, so that people know we have no attachment to anything in dunya.
It is above dunya.
الله أكبر حق سيدي
المادة.
حق سيدي
لذلك الطريقة النقشبندية جاءت لترفع على الإسلام وعلى النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم.
It is above dunya, it is above matter and physical matter. The Tariqa Naqshbandiya came to lift people to the level to closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
نتحدث بالصحبة وهذا هو الأمر يتحدثون بالعقل الخطاب بلا حركة الخطاب
Says, Mawlana said we are here giving sohbah and they are playing with threads.
We are playing with threads. For them, it is better than Sohbat. For us, it is worse than Sohbat.
Mawlana is saying that for us, we are doing nothing but playing with threads. We are just playing. We are
اللهم صل على سيدنا
عفوا سيدي.
من يسلم عليك
ايوه
كيف يسلم؟
مين؟